Hi everyone, I'm Chanel from Stamping Stilettos and I'm here today for another case card class, and it is a moving card or a new home card. And I did say that I was going to start doing different occasions. We had a baby card yesterday, we've got a moving card today. This has been cased from Pinterest and it was by Sylvia Verhelst, I hope I pronounced that right. Sylvia Verhelst. And look at this gorgeous, gorgeous card. Just absolutely loving it. Now, there are quite a few products that we're using in this card today. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go through absolutely everything now. We'll do it as we go along. Otherwise, it might take me 5 minutes to just explain what we're using. We are using the number of years stamp set and coordinating dies, which they are the large number framelits. So that is the stamp set, but we're also using Jar of Love for the flowers, and then the the leaf is from Avant Garden, but you could use any sort of leaf on this product, as you can see. That's just the one I've used. And the sentiment, So Happy For You, is from Sunshine Sayings. So they're the stamp sets, and you will also use the brick wall embossing folder and the everyday jar framelit dies for the flowers. Now, the card that we're using, basic Whisper White card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we have Pacific Point, which is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Then a piece of Whisper White, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So those are that's your card, and you'll also need a scrap piece of Whisper White to stamp these on to cut out. Right, so let's get on, and I will tell you the colours of the inks as we go along. So we're going to do our stamping now. And now obviously I've used number 46 because I know someone that is moving to a number 46, and obviously you will do the number of the house that you want to do. Now, there is room here, obviously, if there was more than two, if it was say 120 or something. So you do have a little bit of give here, for a bigger number or a smaller number. Excuse me. So we can have any number on there, really, as long as it wasn't like huge. Right, okay, so taking our Pacific Point, we're just going to go ahead and stamp these numbers, and this is using our paper piercing mat because these are photopolymer. And yes, I remember to pull it out today, as sometimes I forget. Right, so that's our numbers done. Now you'll see that this number here, look, as it's inked, didn't ink it all. Well, that's the effect that it's supposed to have, so don't worry about that. So that's all we need that for. Let's take our basic black and do the sentiment as well while we're here, which it is So Happy For You, but you could put New Home. So we're going to do that, and we'll do that on the side here because I'm going to use a punch to do that. So that's the sentiment. And then moving on to the flowers, I'm using Flirty Flamingo and Pink Pirouette. Now these are 2-step stamps, and what is so good about these stamps, you'll see there's like a little arrow, and you also have that on the dies. That's so that you can obviously see which way it is when you do the second part stamping onto it, so that you have it lined up. So taking our pink pirouette, now you need 3 lots of these 2 flowers. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then with the flirty flamingo we're doing the second step stamping. So you would use the bigger one would be the lighter colour, and the second one would be the darker colour, sorry. Doesn't matter about that little splodge because they're going to be cut out. There you go. So that's those flowers. Now that's all the stamping that we have to do for the moment. Now we do have obviously the leaves to do on here on the Whisper White, but I'm going to go and cut these out first, and you'll see why I'm going to not do the stamping before I do this. There is a reason. So taking your number dies and your, sorry about that, that's my cat again, taking the 2 flower die and the 2 number dies, I'm going to just go off camera and cut these out. Right, okay, so I've gone and cut these out. I'm just going to pop them there for the moment. Now the reason I didn't do my stamping first, now, or my embossing, we need our Whisper White piece, which is the 4 by 5 1/4. And what I wanted to do, the reason I didn't do the stamping first is because I want to place these in position and the leaves coming out of the numbers. So what I did was I just took a pencil and just lifted that up and put a little mark there, just like that, to show that I want leaves going that way, and then I want one coming sort of straight across from there. So I'm going to do one sort of about there. This does rub off, by the way, like that, and then we want another one coming out about there, and then I did another one coming up. So I've just put like some little marks just so that I can have a guide. So taking the little leaf from the Avant Garden, and I'm using Old Olive. Just going to do these leaves. So we've got one coming out like that, and then we have the other one, this one coming out to the side, and then this one is coming up at an angle, and then the last one we have straight up like that. Now it's going to go and rub these marks out. You probably won't see them anyway, and then we can have a look and see if we have done that right. And there you have it. See, that's perfect. That's kind of just exactly how what that one we could have done with a bit more further over, but it doesn't really matter. And then let's just have a look, make sure. So we're going to put a flower there, a flower there, 2 flowers there, and 1 there. So perfect. Now what we need to do is we need to go and emboss this with our wall embossing folder. So I'm going to just go into that and I'll be straight back. Right, okay, so we have done that. Let's put this ink away as well. And that just leaves for us to put the card together, which is the fun part as well. I love putting my cards together. Right, okay, so we're going to put that there and that there. So taking our Tombow Now I haven't put the numbers on dimensional because I've got the flowers raised up. Put that down there, and then the number 6 or whatever number you are having. Right, that goes there, and then I'm taking dimensionals for the flowers. So we have all our flowers here, so we need a big one just here, and then a little one. Now a dimensional just fits on those small ones, so that one goes there. And that one goes there. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't have them exactly in the same position. And obviously, because you'd be doing a different number, you can sort of figure out the logistics of where they go, I guess. Now I'm missing a little flower onto here. I know I had one missing. There it is. It went rogue, right? And there you have it. So then all that we're left to do is to take our sentiment, a sentiment, and our punch here. Punch that out, and taking our skinny bit of dimensionals here. I'm just going to take these and pop them on here. Okay, so that's that, and then we just need to put some Tombow on the back here, or you could use fast fuse, whichever you choose. I think the Pacific Point works wonderful with the white of the brick wall. Loving it. And then put some on the back of here, and we're nearly done. I love the way that you can adapt this to almost any number that you choose. But you know, if you had another one of our number stamps, like a smaller number, you could adapt this in some way, with the brick wall and the flowers, if you didn't have, if it was a big number. But you have got room there to make that, to add more on there. So that is our card for today, and how gorgeous and cute and lovely is that. I cannot wait to give this card. The only thing is I now have 2 number 46s, so if anyone knows anyone who's moving to a number 46 and would like this card, please leave a comment in the box below and I will happily send you it. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I shall see you again later on today. Alright, lovely. Take care. Bye bye.